In this video, we'll look at an example of factoring a trinomial of the form ax squared plus bx plus c, where the leading coefficient is not 1. So for this example, we have 2x squared plus x minus 15. Now, we'll look at a few methods on how to solve this one. The first way we'll try is using just trial and error. Now, if we do factor it, it'll factor the form like one binomial times another, where the product of the first terms will have to be the 2x squared, so it could be like 2x and x. Fortunately, 2 is prime, so that would be the only possibilities. But now, the product of the last two terms would be negative 15. Now that has a few more possibilities. So one way it could factor is if we had the 1 and the 15, and let's say if we had the negative for the second one. Or it could be 2x and negative 1 and x plus 15. Or it could be 2x and then plus 15, x minus 1. Or it could be 2x minus 15 and x plus 1. But then it could also be, let's see, 2x and then other factors that multiply together to give you 15 would be 3 and 5. So it could be plus 3, x minus 5. Or it could be 2x minus 3, x plus 5. Or it could be 2x plus 5, x minus 3. Or 2x minus 5 times x plus 3. So these are all possibilities, and the way to know which one is the correct one is that when you multiply it out, when you multiply the outside and the inside terms using FOIL, you should get the plus x or plus 1x. So let's see, for the first one we'd have what? Negative 30x plus x, so that'll be negative 29x, so that's not right. And for the second one would be almost the same, except it would be positive 29x. For the third pair, let's see, that'll be what? Negative 2x plus 15x, so that'll be 13x. And for the second pair, it'd be the negative 13x. Let's see, then for the next one, that would be what? Negative 10x plus 3x, so that'll be negative 7x. For the next one, it would just be positive 7x. And then let's see, for the next one, it would be what? Negative 6x plus 5x, so that'll be negative x. So, well, it just turned out to be the very last one, of course. So with the last one, we'd have what? 6x minus 5x, so that'll be the plus x. So that actually turns out to be the right one. Unfortunately, like I said, it happened to be the last one we tried. Now, you could also use the AC method. And for the AC method is you multiply the leading coefficient times a constant, so the 2 times negative 15, so that'll be negative 30. And then you got to find what are two numbers whose product is negative 30 and whose sum will be the middle coefficient of 1. So that'll be, let's see, that'll be 6 and negative 5, because their sum would be 1, and 6 times negative 5 would be that negative 30. So we could break up the middle term. I'm going to put it as 2x squared minus 5x plus 6x minus 15. If you have the choice, I always make it so that the middle term or the middle sign is a plus. That makes the factor by grouping easier. Because now we do factor by grouping. So we group together the first two pair and our first pair, and then we group together the next pair. And like I said, since this is a plus sign, we could just put the parentheses around that. Then we factor out the GCF in the first pair, which would just be x in this case. And then what we'd have left over would be the 2x minus 5. From the second pair, I could factor out a 3, and we'd have the 2x minus 5. And since what's inside the parentheses are the exact same, that tells us we're doing the right thing, because we could then factor out that 2x minus 5. And we'd have left over the x and the plus 3. So again, that'll be the same answer. Or if we use what is called the bottoms up method, is again you multiply the a times c, so again we get that negative 30. And then we drop the leading coefficient and just write it as x squared plus x. And then we replace the constant with the product of a times c, so that'll be the minus 30. We factor that. Two numbers whose product is negative 30, whose sum is 1. Well, we saw that was what? X plus 6, x minus 5. And then we divide these constants by the original leading coefficient, which was 2. So that'll be x plus 6 over 2 and x minus 5 over 2. Now you got to remember to simplify these fractions, because 6 over 2, that would be x plus 3. Can't do anything with the second one, so that would just be the x minus 5 over 2. And with the ones with the fractions left over, you multiply both terms by the denominator, so we multiply both by the 2, so we get what, that 2x minus 5, and we'd still have that x plus 3. So again, we get the same answer for any of those three methods.